time to retake this video all over again because the other videos are like 20 minutes long, and I'm trying to speed run this shit. All right, let's talk about swatting. Since your attention span is so fucking low, I made some videos. Let me go ahead and show that. How to fake your docs, what is doxing, how to remove your address and prevent getting doxed, and what can you do after getting doxed. I strongly recommend watching those fucking videos. The other day when I was live streaming, I got threatened to be swatted. And starting every Monday for X amount of hours for X amount of people, I will help remove your information. If you guys can watch these videos and remove the information yourself, that would be fan-fucking-tastic. But if not, I'll be more than willing to help you guys out. Come over on Twitch TV/𝗏𝗏, and if you want your information removed, every Monday starting tomorrow. So,
Hey, this is an ad for private internet access. You should definitely protect yourself with PIA. I mean, look how cheap it is. If you can't afford for this, then you're broke as just as I am, trying to do an ad and trying to make bank off of your wallet, because it definitely helps supports the channel. But not only just PIA helps benefit me, it benefits you ultimately. And it gives you a secured VPN, encrypted Wi-Fi, peer-to-peer. You can just pause the video and look at this features that it comes with. Two things that I particularly like is it blocks the ads and trackers and malware. And one, it says no traffic logs. See, now there was a U.S. Supreme Court that was trying to subpoena some logs from PIA, and PIA is like, hey, we don't have jack crap. And that's what they mean by it. They don't keep any logs. So they have a lot of servers in all of these countries. So why not choose PIA today and help a brother out?
let's go ahead and talk about this. So, a guy threatened to swat me, and he was like, "Oh, hey, it'd be ashamed if I fake called the police and let him know that you're about to kill everyone." And I'm sitting here like, okay, do it then. So, as a live streamer, I ain't gonna end my live stream, because if you end your live stream, they're gonna come back the next day. I'm going to fucking be confrontational with this fucking potential swatter. So what I did was I made sure that I muted myself, and I didn't show my webcam, and I only talked when it was truly fucking necessary, right? So. But what I did was I called the cops and my local police department, and I was like, okay, my name is this. This is my address. Do you know what swatting is? Yes. Do you know what live streaming is? Yes. I'm like, okay, I'm live streaming. Here's my my URL. And they're like, okay, cool. They were on it, and they were scrolling through the chat, and I'm like, okay, we can see who it is. We're on their channel. We're gonna go ahead and forward this to the FBI. I'm like, good. It's like we can also make sure that we can we have good ties with YouTube, because shit like this has happened before, and we can just already get the IP address as well. And I'm like, oh, good. And if pressing charges is becoming an option, I'm going to press charges, even though that nothing happened. So, like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and call you back, and a cop will show up as well. So I got a call back from the sergeant, or the supervisor or whatever. It's like, so what's going on? I was like, oh, this is happening. I was like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and put your address down, and we're gonna leave special notes. So when stuff like this to occur, we know when, not to be as aggressive and kick down the door, and like we know what swatting is. I'm like, all right, awesome. And we don't want to potentially threaten you or give you a heart attack. I'm like, that would be awesome, bro. That would be lit. It's like, okay, we understand, and blah blah this. And while I was talking to him, the cop showed up. It's like, okay, my cop should be right there. He's like, yep, I see him. My hands are in the air and everything. Please don't shoot me. Don't kill my dog. And the cop's like, we're not gonna kill your dog. I'm like, can I please? Can you please, so I can get a lawsuit? Obviously, I'm joking, and the cop kind of laughed about it. It's like, are you sure you don't want to be sued? He's like, yes. I'm like, fuck. And he's like, okay, what's going on? And I explained to this cop as well, and it's like, I'm consenting you guys to go ahead and search the premises. Went up and down the stairs, went through the basement, front, backyard, sides, and checked on the fucking neighbors as well, and everything was all fucking good. And the cop was looking at my computer. He's like, sit down, look at my computer. He's like, I have a good fucking hentai porn folder if you want to watch it. And it was like, no, I'm not into that cartoon shit. I'm like, you sure? There's some pretty tentacle stuff in there. It's like, what you do on your time is none of my business. I'm like, okay. So he was scrolling through YouTube chat as well. He's like, "Is this the guy?" I'm like, "Yeah." Well, I mean, you can read, right? He's like, "Yeah, I can read." I'm like, "I sure hope so. I sure hope the police department's not illiterate. Like, I promise you, we're well trained and whatnot." And like, I'm just pulling his leg and shit just a little bit, and he seems to have a fun time. I try to make fun times out of things, and he's like, "Okay." I got down the URL and I confirmed it that it's this guy. We'll go ahead and forward that to the FBI. I'm like, all right, awesome, thank you. And when he was about to leave, he's like, as a reward, do you not want donuts? He's like, that's stereotypical, dude. It was like, I got pizza then, and beer. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Not all cops are assholes or bastards. Some cops are really fucking cool, and this cop was actually fucking cool, to be honest. Like, so I mean, some cops, I can hate, and some that when they're professional as fuck and they chill, and it's a good time. It's a good time. And anywho, went back on live stream. I'm like, okay, they came through. Now what? What are you gonna do? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna SWAT you. I'm like, they were literally just here, da 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 this, da da that. And he's like, oh fuck it, dude, I lied. They're not coming. I'm like, okay, banned. Just I'm not gonna fucking entertain these fuckers. When shit like this happens again, if you end your live stream, like, everything's all on a personal basis. You can end your live stream and not entertain these fuckers. Or you can be like me and be confrontational, and go extra if they want to go extra, and I went extra and actually make sure that I'm fucking good, because it's my life on the line, and they think that my life is a fucking joke. Even though as edgy and memeish as I can be, this is real shit, bro. This is honestly some real fucking shit. I'm gonna talk about a couple of things. When people are trying to dox you or SWAT you, and they have your address, they can't 100% confirm it unless you fuck up. And let me explain. When you're on the microphone, or when you're live streaming, or when you're about to make a tweet, these people are going to fucking stalk you, right? And whenever you announce, like, oh, hey, I just got a fake delivery from this, or I just got this pizza delivery, but it's the wrong address. You just announce to that potential person who called up that delivery just to confirm your address. Don't say that. Instead, mute your microphone if you hear a knock on the door. Just say, hey, I'm about to go to the bathroom. And hopefully they didn't hear this loud ass fucking knock on the door. It would be sad if you were in the fucking living room so you can hear that fucking knock. Hopefully you got sound suppression, or you're a person who always keeps their microphone on mute. But don't announce like stupid shit like that when it happens. Oh, there's this fake ass delivery, because that's a way for people to confirm that they have your address. If you have a home phone line, unplug that shit when you're about to go online, either streaming or gaming. Unplug that shit, because they could ring up that number and your home phone line is tied to your home address. So unplug that shit, dude. Unplug that shit. Because if I was gonna be that asshole and call up this home phone line, and I hear the phone ring, I just confirm that's your fucking address, bro. And I, like, your mom or you answering in the background, hello, and I'm like, hey, is this such and such? Lie. People, when you're little, you're told not to lie, but on the internet itself, lying is okay on the internet. If you say you got a big fucking dick, cool. If you just lie, just fucking lie. I don't know why I just said that. I was gonna make a point out of it, but just lie, dude. Lie on the internet. I'm being dead ass. It's okay to lie on the internet, to a point. Don't play with people's emotions if you're in a long distance relationship. Like, lie when it comes to shit like this. Lie about your age. Lie about where you live. Lie about who you are. You know what I mean? Like, use some common sense. Make a good judgment call. Don't let people know how old you are. Don't let people know your name. Don't let people know where you live. Don't let people know what internet company that you have, etc. Now, story time of what happened to me as a little fucking shit. All right? I got swatted and I got doxed before. I'm not gonna lie about that. All right, it first started off with what I just said, pizza deliveries, and I had a big fucking mouth. I'm like, oh, hey, haha, pizza deliveries. And it's like, oh, we got your address code. At the time, went under a different fucking username and shit, which I'm not gonna say. And it was like, oh, we got your address, and I kept getting fucking pizza deliveries, Chinese deliveries, and whatnot. And I told these fuckers to never deliver here again, and I'm sorry that this is a waste of your time and your food and blah blah blah. But this ain't me. They're like, okay, we understand. We'll never deliver to you again. It's like, if anything, I'll come to you if I'm hungry. I'm like, okay, understandable. And that it kept getting worse and worse and worse. The next thing that got worse was Craigslist. If you guys don't know what Craigslist is, it's a website that you're able to sell shit through your local city and through your state and local cities and whatnot. Uh, to sell a couch or a computer and whatnot. At the time, there was this category, and it was adults looking to have fun. Male looking for male, female looking for male, female looking for male, or male looking for female, so on and so forth. And someone was posting me, pretending to be me, saying I'm looking for a male. Specifically, I had jungle fever, meaning, I'm looking for that Tyrone dick in my mouth. like that big fat throbbing black dick in my mouth, bro. So anywho, first couple of black gentlemen, they came through, and I had to explain the situation. Like, I'm sorry, it's not me, it's a waste of your time, waste of my time. I'm not gay, nothing wrong with gay people, but I don't swing that way. And they're like, okay, we understand. And, they were on their merry way. There was this one special fucking case where this guy was on the other side of the state, or came from a different state, who traveled. He traveled. He fucking traveled, dude. So he came through, and I looked through the peephole, and I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I already know what's up. And I ignored the fucking door, and he kept pounding it, sat on the fucking porch, wouldn't fuck off. And eventually I opened the door, and he's like, hey, why didn't you answer your door? And I'm like, to be honest with you, it wasn't me who posted on Craigslist. It was like, huh? I should have started off the conversation a bit differently and just acted dumbfounded instead of because it seems like in his mind at the time that I was potentially wasting his time, since I was already aware of the situation, and he thought I was pranking him just to waste his time. But I should have acted dumbfounded and be like, what are you here for? It's like, oh, are you such and such? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And are you looking to have some fun? No. So I should act dumbfounded, but instead I jumped the gun, not an actual gun, as a metaphor, and I said, I'm not interested, blah blah blah, it wasn't me who posted it, and blah blah this, blah blah that. And he gets all fucking uppity with me, and things could have got physical, not in this good fucking sense for my anal cavity or a fist to my fucking face, but it gave off fucking rapey vibes. I'm sorry if that word is triggering, but I'm gonna say for things what they are, what happened to me. And the guy was getting all uppity and shit like this, and one thing led to another, and I was about to get fucking physical, and I should have worn a chastity belt to fucking cover my fucking anal cavity and make sure, I'm not this little kid with a fucking spoon and this guy with a fucking baseball bat, and he's ready to start swinging, and I had this little fucking dinky thing, don't touch me, you know what I mean? Anywho, the cops got called by the neighbor, and they took his ass away and never saw him again. But things could have played out a whole lot worse, and would have been good. I could have been dead. I could have been raped. I could have been something, But anywho, that shit escalated to the next level because Craigslist was not entertaining these fuckers, so moved up to the next level. And that's when swatting, when police officers started coming through, fire departments, ambulance people. And I'm sitting here playing my fucking games, and I heard police, and they barged through the door, ran upstairs, and I had my door open and whatnot, and they're like, hey, you good? I'm like, yeah, are you good? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm just playing some video games. And he starts asking me, are you suicidal? I'm like, sometimes I have suicide thoughts, but, did I actually say that? Because they would have fucking took me up in some fucking medical place And I'm like, no, I'm fine. No, I'm not suicidal or anything like that. It's like, oh, okay. You mind if we scope the place? I'm like, do I have much of a choice? You're already here. He's like, yeah, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and search the place. And we started talking and blah blah blah. He's like, so what's going on? I'm like, do you know what swatting is? He's like, no, because at the time swatting was fucking new. I was like, this is a way for people to get harassed online. And it's like, that's kind of fucked up. I was like, yeah, it's a huge waste of time. And he's like, yeah, it's a waste of taxpayers' money too. And it's like, yeah. It's like, okay, we're gonna have this paramedic talk to you, make sure everything's all good. I'm like, is she cute? And he's like, it's not a girl. I was like, is he cute? He's like, he's something. I'm like, well, fuck, it's the only time I'm gonna get touched in a while, so bring him on in. And so the cop tried not to fucking laugh and shit. And the paramedic comes through, and me being really fucking weird, every time like he started to proceed to evaluate me, you know, I'm just always acting stupid. And he's like, can you count to 10? And I'm like, 2, 4, 20. He's like, can you be serious with me? I'm like, sorry, I'm fucking weird. And he's like, okay, you can count to 10. And like every time that he was like trying to check my pulse, you know, I'm just like, he's like, could you not? I'm like, all right, bro. All right. So he checks my pulse. He got a flashlight to make sure my eyes aren't dilated to see if I was drunk or on drugs or whatever. He's like, you sure you're good? I'm like, yes, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fucking weird as fuck, but I'm good. I'm boxy, you see? And I don't do drugs. And the guy's like, okay, he's fine. He's retarded, but he's fine. And they went on their merry way, and it's fucked up. The shit like this fucked up. And at the end result, this was before I was a content creator. And if I was a content creator now and shit like this was happening, you know, I cannot escape from this. But since I don't have that following, or before content creating was even considered a thing, you know, I was blessed enough to have a second chance to experience this knowledge to make sure shit like this never happens again. But at that time, I laid low. I stopped talking to everybody online, everybody who I made friends with. And you know, that sucked ass, but it is what it is. I started over online. I didn't talk to any of these fuckers. I don't associate it to any people back then. All of these people are dropped. Everyone was gone. Went under a new name, moved to a new address, did a legal name change. I went all these extra steps to make sure shit like this never happens again. And as a content creator now, and knowing the knowledge of how to prevent shit like this from happening, you know, I'm thankful to the spot where I'm at, knowing the knowledge that I have, that, you know, I could like prevent shit like this from happening. You know, there could always be a case where I slip up if I actually do an IRL stream and like show an address, you know, there's a slip up right there. But yeah, I'm just blessed to have this second chance. Before I was a content creator, and before I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and now I have the knowledge now, blah blah blah. I'm just repeating myself. I hope that this video was informative, and if it was entertaining to you, then awesome. But for the people that are toxic as fuck, don't do shit like this. You know, have a fucking heart. Don't threaten people, because it ain't gonna fly with me. It might fly with a different fucking creator. Unfortunately, there'll be another creator that will give into pressure like this, or some kid that you might fucking threaten. Because I get kids. I literally had a kid the other day that's like, Code, I need help. I need help. Someone's starting to dox me. And you know what? I said in a previous video that I made this promise to God that I was gonna be a better person. And I was just in the middle of the game, and you know what? I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna help this kid out. And I literally helped him. I sat there while I was live streaming, didn't show his fucking information. It was all talked through the DMs, and I helped him remove his information. I helped him. So that makes me, you know, since I prayed to God and made a promise, I'm going to keep this fucking promise and to be a better person and whatnot. And if you guys want your information to be removed, I'm more than willing to help you every Monday. Monday, all right? Not every day, not every day, but every Monday I'll live stream and I'll help you remove your information if it helps you keep safe. Definitely watch those videos though, because it will help me to help you or to help yourself to keep yourself safe. Those videos are informative as well. Strongly recommend it. You can find me on twitch.tv/𝗶𝗶𝗁𝗀. I don't know what else to say other than, have a heart. Don't be a cunt. Don't harass people. Don't do shit like this because that's fucked up. It creates dilemmas. Even though that I'm thick-skinned and I will be confrontational about it, and I'm not gonna entertain these fuckers in the way that they fucking think that they will perceive things as, but it'll go a different fucking way. I promise you. Um, yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for the day, and I'm gonna do me things. I hope you guys have a great rest of your fucking day. Peace out.